What's good, everybody? It's Jonah. Come back at another video. So this video, I'm going to explain to you guys how to win big in life, and it is actually quite simple. In order to win big in life, you need to operate from a point and from a position, from a perspective of having already won. It's just that simple, right? I'm gonna say it again. In order to win big in life, you need to operate from a place of already having won, from you already being at your destination. And the reason why you need to operate in that fashion is because if you believe that you have already won, right, then you would already be operating as a winner. That means you'll be doing all of the things that the winners do, and you'll be doing everything in your power to actually get you there in the physical world. What you need to know and remember and understand is that in life, it is not the facts that creates the belief, it is the belief that creates the facts. So it is the belief that you have in yourself, or the belief that you have in all areas of your life, that ultimately creates the facts of your life, right? There's a famous quote that goes, whether he believes he can or he can't, either way, he's both right, right? And it sounds kind of strange at face value because it's like, how can you be correct either way? But the reality is that it is your belief that ultimately creates the fact. If you believe that you are unsuccessful and that you are a loser, then guess what? That means you are never going to try anything. That means you are never going to lift a finger. That means you are never actually going to go out and make things happen because you believe that you're not good enough. You believe that it's not worth your time because nothing is ever going to amount to it. And so guess what? You are correct, right? Nothing will happen because you won't ever push forward. However, if you operate from a place of believing that you've already won, then in your mind, it's a done deal. So what you're doing right now, you're just going through the motions of what the winner would do, right? If you've already won, if you've already reached your destination, then you would already be living and operating as though you've already arrived. And that is what's going to create your dream for the physical world, for everyone else to see, right? Let me use an example. If right now you are a small content creator and your dream is to one day reach 1 million subscribers, but right now you're at 10 subscribers, right? If you show up as the content creator with 10 subscribers, then chances are you're going to lack confidence, you're going to be worried, you are going to be concerned, you're going to be thinking that, I can never do it because I'm so far off that milestone, right? And you're just going to be in your head the entire time, and you probably won't put your best foot forward or probably put much effort because you don't think it's possible for you to reach that goal or that dream. However, if you believe that it was a done deal that you were going to hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube, you would show up each and every day with confidence. You would show up with the right attitude. You would be working and creating content and posting videos and doing your best to deliver as much value as you can each and every video to all of your viewers, all of your subscribers, because that is what the 1 million subscriber version of you would do. You would step into that role, and it would effectively eliminate the time gap, right? Because people will think, oh, that I need to first hit 1 million subscribers so then I can show up and believe that I'm worthy of 1 million subscribers, when in actuality, it is you believing that you're already there, which will then make you take action as the 1 million subscriber content creator. And you taking action and stepping into that person is what's ultimately going to create that reality for you. This is how it works. When it comes to sports, it's not that an athlete wins a championship and then, he's finally a champion. Well, in the eyes of the fans, sure, he's a champion, but the athlete needs to tap into championship energy and championship mode and make all the necessary sacrifice and the commitments and work on themselves so that they can become good enough to then win the championship and then be labeled as a champion. But they need to step into the energy of a champion and do what champions do in order for them to actually go through the playoffs and win and become champion. This is how it works. If you're in need of something and you operate from a place of need, then that means you're going to be vibrating desperate energy. So you're going to be attracting people, events, and circumstances that's going to have you continue needing things, have you continue being in positions of desperation. But if you step into the position of you already having, of you already being enough, of you already being good enough, then you'll be operating from a place of confidence, of belief in yourself. And you don't actually see, this is the power in this. You don't actually need anything in your reality to change, right? Right now, you could be in a position where your clothes has holes in them because they're so used, because they're destroyed, right? Because you come from humble beginnings and you don't have anything. You can still use your mind and your imagination to envision yourself living a life of abundance, living a life of luxury, where you can have holes in your clothes right now and you can still envision yourself wearing a suit, where you can still envision yourself, right? Like, you can still envision yourself as $1 million person. You can still envision yourself as a CEO of a company. You can still envision yourself as someone that is successful in whatever industry. And if you do that, your confidence is going to be high. Your attitude is going to be right? You are going to be holding your head up high. You are going to be believing in yourself. Meanwhile, nothing in your reality needs to change for you to think that way, for you to change your thinking, for you to change the way you perceive yourself and perceive the world, right? It doesn't matter all of the negative things or what's happening in the world. You can envision a much better world. You can envision a world where everyone is happy, where everyone's smiling, where everyone's thriving, where everyone is living their dream life, where everyone's happy. Even if the news or social media or these online outlets are showcasing all the negative things that are happening in the world, you can still envision a better world. You can still envision the people around you, your friends, your family. You can envision everyone living an abundant life. You can envision everyone being happy. You can envision everyone being healthy. You can envision that. You can create that in your mind. You can create the same thing about yourself. Right now, you could be struggling with having good health, and you can still use your mind and your imagination to envision yourself being happy and healthy. That if right now you might be struggling to walk, right? Or you might be struggling to be pain-free, you can use your imagination to envision yourself being happy and smiling and being able to run around, right? And be mobile and be, free of pain, where your body just feels good. You can do that. This is how to win big in life, and this is how people end up winning big, because they envision themselves as already being winners. If you seen yourself as a winner, if you believe that it was inevitable for you to win, that it was absolutely done deal, case closed, that you're gonna win, you wouldn't be worried, you wouldn't be concerned, you wouldn't be thinking about whether it's possible or not, right? Because that's wasted energy. You wondering whether it's possible or not is a waste of your time, because it is possible, right? If you can envision it in your mind, then you can hold it in your hand. You were not given the gift of imagination just so you're unable to use it, right? There's countless, everything that you see, all the material things that you see in your reality, with the exception of nature, was created in the mind of man. It was created in someone's mind. So clearly, the things that exist in people's minds can be brought to the surface. It can't be brought to the physical world. So if you envision a reality, a world of you winning, of things being better, then that means that can in fact happen. So that's why it's wasted energy to worry whether something can or can't happen, to worry about whether you can win or not. It's wasted energy. You spending time worrying, it's actually going to either slow down your progress or prevent you from actually winning, because you worrying, that's anxious energy, that's negative energy, and you're going to be spending time vibrating negative energy when you could just be spending time vibrating positive energy and working towards your goals and your dreams, right? When you are vibrating positive energy, when you are happy, when you have the right attitude, that is when your best ideas come to mind. That is when you have your epiphanies, your aha moments. That's when you figure out ways to get better. That's when you end up improving. That is when you are at your best, when you are happy. So what better way to be happy than to envision and believe that you've already won? Just believe that it's already done deal, because it is. You right now, going through the steps, putting one foot in for the other. That's just you going on the journey so that you can reveal the success and the win to you, even though you know it's a done deal, right? But you get to see how it unfolds for you. That is the difference, right? Stop worrying about whether you can win or not. You can win. You are capable. You are worthy of it all. You are worthy of everything and everything, because you can be, do, or have anything in this lifetime. So if you can be, do, or have anything, why would you want to settle for less when you can just have it all, right? Wouldn't you want to have it all? I think everyone would want to have it all. So might as well just go for it, right? That is how you win big in life. You need to show up as the winner. You need to show up as the final version of you, that final boss, right? That people love to say, right? You need to show up as that polished, best version of you. See, if I ask you how would you feel if you won in life, right? Obviously, you would be excited if you were to have the house of your dreams, all of the finances taken care of, right? You being able to do what you enjoy, to do your dream job or what you're passionate about, right? Running that business, being able to travel the world. If you had everything at your fingertips, you would be so excited, right? And you probably watching this video, probably thinking about your dream life, right? You're probably beginning to smile. You're probably beginning to get excited, right? Because you want these things, right? And if you were in that position right now, you would be feeling all these positive emotions. You can tap into that energy right now because you don't need all those things to begin feeling that way. You can begin feeling that way right now because feeling is an internal thing. It is emotions. This is all internal. So you can tap into that. You can tap, if you've been struggling financially, you can tap into the wealthy side of you. You can tap into the version of you that's confident. You can tap into the version of you that is giving, right? I do these videos, and when I'm doing these videos, I'm sharing ideas, I'm sharing wisdom, I'm giving. Why? Because I know that I have infinite value, unlimited value that I can provide and offer, because I have infinite creativity. I have infinite imagination. And we are limitless creatures, right? So that's why I'm not afraid to give. I can give because the more that I give, the more that's going to make its way to me to receive, right? It's how I'm not, same with energy, right? Energy always flows. You don't want to have energy blockages. This is how the universe, this is how it's all designed. So winning big in life is just a matter of stepping in as the winner, stepping in as a champion, already believing that you've won. Because if you already believe that you won, then you're not spending time worrying, you're not spending time doubting, and there's no longer a time gap, there's no longer a delay, because people think that, they need to see themselves win in the physical world so that they can believe that they're a winner. Well, you need to believe that you won so that you can take the action as the winner, so you can operate as the winner and then create that winning for you, right? Whether you can or you can't, either way, you are both right. And that's why you don't need any evidence to believe that you're a winner, to believe that you won. You need to believe it first, so then your belief can then create the fact. I believe that I'm successful. I believe that I've already reached the milestone that I want to reach. I believe that I've reached the goal of serving people all around the world and providing value and empowering people and pushing humanity forward. I believe that I've succeeded in that, which is why I show up each and every day doing these videos with the level of confidence that is unmatched, because I know that I'm already there, that I'm already at that person. And it's just a matter of me doing the work that needs to get done in order for me to get there, right? There's no worry, there's no doubt, there's no concern, because I know that I'm there. I know that I've won. And I want you to begin feeling the same way, right? And this is for anything. This is for all areas, right? You believe that you won, you're going to be operating completely different. And you don't need evidence of you winning to then believe that you won, right? Just believe that you won, accept that you won, and accept that it's inevitable for you to win, that there's no way that you can possibly fail. Because if you believe that, then you are just going to keep your foot on the gas pedal, right? You're not going to slow down. You're not going to stop, because you know it's a done deal. Why would you slow down if you know it's impossible for you to fail, right? People think that it's possible to fail, which is why they don't ever make progress in life, because they don't want to be made fun of. They don't want people to have an opinion about them. They don't want to be seen as the failure, or, right? All that's doing is just keeping them in the same position and in the same spot, right? If you can have anything in this lifetime, why not go after the big things? Why not go after the actual dreams and aspirations that you want, the things that you want to experience, right? The difference that you want to make. Why not tap into your worthiness and go after what actually makes you happy, right? Might as well just do that. And of course, to win, right, you want to step into that. You want to have that winner energy. You want to have that winner's mentality. You want to operate. If you've won, you're going to have a happy attitude. You're going to be smiling all the time. You're not going to let the little things phase you because you won, right? That is how you want to be all the time. You just want to be fixated on your goals and you want to obsess about it. If winners strive to be the best, so winners are going to obsess, and they're going to obsess over what is that they want to go after, and they're not going to stop until they win. So you want to operate with that same mentality and that same energy of already having won, so that the rest of the world, the rest of the physical world can then catch up to you and then deliver that evidence of you winning. So it's a matter of you believing it first, and then your belief is what's going to ultimately propel you forward to then create the fact. So once again, stop worrying about whether you can do something or whether you can, right? Whether you could or whether you couldn't, right? Stop wasting your time, right? Because that's wasted energy. Just spend all your time focusing on how to do something, how you can do something, and take the action. Whatever you think is a logical step for you to take that action and allow the universe to work its magic. Allow the pieces to fall into place, because they will. In due time, they will, right? Divine timing is a real thing. God's timing is a real thing. You right now, where you're at right now is exactly where you need to be. No reason to feel desperate, no reason to feel discouraged, right? Smile right now that you are given a brand new opportunity to get started, and tap into that winner energy and that winner's mentality right now, because you are destined to win. So it's just a matter of believing that you've won and then pushing forward, right? So that wraps up the video. Enjoy the video. Do leave a like and subscribe as we're on the road. Somebody subscriber, guys. So once again, it's Joel, and I'm out. I'll see you guys for the next video.